Hello everyone, am I audible guys? Quickly. Okay, Tanya says good evening, good evening. Am I audible? Yes or no? Very good, very good. So let's wait for some time and then we will start. Should we start guys now? It's like already 5 minutes. Everyone, yes or no? Quickly. Okay. Okay, great. So let's start, guys. Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is doing good, and we should start. So, guys, as usual, today's class and tomorrow's class will be YouTube live. Apart from that, after that, we will be back to our main dashboard, right? So basically, from next time onwards, all classes will be done on the dashboard itself. Why are we doing the class here on the YouTube live, right? So basically, there are two reasons. First, the way the recordings are there on YouTube live, it is like more, good or more better as compared to the live that actually happens on the platform. But it has been corrected, and from next time onwards, we are going to have it on dashboard itself. So basically what is happening, so in YouTube live, you might be seeing my face in the corner. So that is the way I wanted to have the recordings in the dashboard live as well. So from the next class onwards, next class, it means next week onwards, we will be having all the sessions on the dashboard itself. So that would be the idea, right? So then what will happen to all the free learners that are joining in, or that are, those are learning here, right? What will happen to them, right? So for them, I will look into this, how much I can, share things, because anyway, I will look into it, right? What I can do for them. But yes, obviously I will figure out some way. But for all of the paid members, the classes will be happening on the dashboard from the next class. So this is going to happen. So this is the first announcement, right? Second thing, if my screen is visible, already my screen is visible, right? So if you are able to check out the dashboard, then you will find one thing. I don't know how many of you have seen, but there is a form. Guys, are you able to see your form? There must be one form. I will just open it if you guys want me to open the form, right? So I will just open the form. Maybe what I can do, so I can just have something like this. So CareerCraftPro.com, login. So I'll just log in, guys, once, 1 minute. So I have just logged in, right? So there are 2-3 things. First, many of the people, asked me how to know where are the classes and how to go ahead. I am not able to figure it out. Where are the classes happening? So whenever you go to your courses, so this is your advanced certification program course, and you will find all the announcement, right? All the announcement here. If you see, there are the classes, Python module, loop and data structure, list, this is scheduled on this, functions and introduction to OOPS is scheduled on this, and here you can just go ahead and tap here to join. This is the first thing, right? Second thing, right? So for example, if you want to also, have some doubts, if you guys have any doubt, you want to get it clarified, how you guys can do it, how you guys can get your doubt clarified. First of all, you have to just go to the, products. So here, just a second, my dashboard. So here, if you will just go to the course. So first go to the course, and here I have put a CareerCraft doubt resolution. So what you have to do, you have to put your name, whatever email ID you have, enter your contact number. You have to ask your doubts in detail, and then you can provide a screenshot if you have, right? A screenshot is optional thing, but you guys can just, put your doubts, whatever. So let's say if your doubt is having related to some code, right? You can just put the screenshot here. So this way, right, I am going to keep track of if you guys have any doubt, and I will try to respond whatever doubts you have in next 48 to 72 hours. That is my planning, right? That's the idea of, having this particular form. Guys, does it help? Will it help everyone? Yes or no, guys, quickly? Whoever is active on the chat, right? Yes or no, guys, quickly? Just type it out, right? Very good. So yeah, so that is the plan. So we are moving ahead with this particular, thing. Further, regarding WhatsApp group or some group. So I don't know, you guys can suggest me. I am thinking to have some Discord group That is the idea, to have some Discord group or have some WhatsApp group of 10 members each, right? So I will also circulate a form, right? If you guys want to have a WhatsApp group, then I can just make a WhatsApp group. So I just want to have like 10 students in one group, and where I can personally guide all of you guys, right? That okay, what are you doing today? What you have any doubt, right? What is happening, right? And if you guys have any questions, you can ask me there itself. So either Discord or WhatsApp. This is something I am also confused, but as of now, all the announcement will already be there in the dashboard, and also you can start discussion, right? So this is a community, right? In this, you will be having some discussion group, so you guys can go ahead and start doing discussion. If you have any doubts, you can just discuss anything, something like that. So you guys can start this discussion community as well, right? So you can just do this. This would not be any problem. But anyway, so that would be the idea, right? You can just ask the questions here itself. Where is discussion? So let me check it out. So here it is, discussion. So you can start asking questions out here. Soon there will be a WhatsApp group as well, right? So that I'm going to make either WhatsApp or Discord. This is something you have to answer me. Sir, let's make a Discord group or a WhatsApp group. Something that you have to answer it, right? Right, that would be the idea, right? That would be the idea. Okay, I guess that would be all for, announcements here. And one more thing, many of you were asking to me that how to know which are the upcoming classes. So always guys, here if you just go to module 1, and here if you see, this is upcoming live class starting in 23 hours 47 minutes 33 seconds. You will get this type of notifications, right? You will get this type of notification. So you don't need to worry about that. You don't need to even ping me on WhatsApp that said, is today class, is tomorrow class? No, just go ahead, log in into your dashboard and just check it out. That's it. Right. So that would be the idea, right? Now moving ahead, so we have already seen this everything. Whatever I have announcement, already I have provided you some assignment. This is something also we are going to discuss in next week lecture, because some of the questions are related to today's class as well. So once today's class and tomorrow class is over, then I will give one more assignment, and in the next class we are going to look at 2 assignments. So how many of you have completed assignments? Anyone completed the assignment? Anyone completed the assignment? Right. Just want to know, how was the assignment? Pratiksha says no. What about other people? Survi says yes. Very good. So how did you find assignment? Was it copied, pasted, right? Just like a regular assignment, or is it was something, something different, right? I have tried to make all the questions on my own, and just to provide all the syntax, all the concepts, or the questions which are really important. It was not just copy paste from somewhere, right? So that is the idea. So going forward also, you will find all the assignments, it will be all application based. It will not be something that just copy paste from somewhere, right? Few of the learners, not few exactly, one of the learner approached me, sir, can we also have some more basic questions? So at the end of the Python module, right, we will be having one interview question class. So there will be one interview question class where I will be discussing all the important interview questions, though I discuss it after every class. But yes, that is also something we are going to look at it, right? Nena says, sir, not able to build the logic, kind help us. Yes, I will talk about that also. So today itself, I will talk about a lot of ways to develop the logic, right? Today also I will be talking about a lot of ways to develop the logic. So no need to worry about that. I am here. No need to worry about that. Anyone else has any other questions? Otherwise, I will start now. Anyone has any questions till now? Quickly. Right. Okay. Right. Anyone has any questions? Quickly. Right. No one has any questions? Should I start now? Right. Should I start now, everyone? Everyone is ready? Right. 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 Very good. Very good. Very good. So let's start, guys. So let's start. So again, first of all, we will revise all the things that we have seen till now. Right. So if I have to talk about things till now, so I'll just start with first till now, because that is very important. Already we have seen, then we are going to also see the agenda of today's class. A lot of things we are going to look at. And let me know if I am a little bit fast or a little bit slow. I will just control my pace. So just let me know. Okay. So let's start. So what are the things that we have studied? So recap. Right. What are the things that we have studied? So we started with the fundamentals of Python. Right. Very basics of Python. Fundamentals of Python. So we started with the fundamentals of Python. Very basic concepts. Looking after syntax of each of the things that we have seen. Right. Then we moved ahead. With the operators. We saw n number of operators, and believe me, all of the operators was, we discussed in depth, right? Whatever operators possible, we studied everything in depth. And then we move ahead with conditionals. So we looked after conditionals. What are the conditionals? And we actually solved a lot of problems in conditional statement. Everyone agrees to this? Yes or no? Right. What is operators? Already we have seen different types of operators, arithmetic, boolean, and something like that. Conditionals, we had if elif, right, and if else, right. We also saw different applications related to conditional statements. Quickly, everyone agrees to this? Till here we had completed. Everyone can confirm yes or no? Very good. Very good. Now guys, let's move ahead with today's lecture. What is the agenda of today's lecture? Right. What is the agenda of today's lecture? And we will also start with the interview questions that we had, I had asked you in the last class, and then we will be also discussing for the interview questions for this class. So we will be looking at both of those things, all of those things, so no need to worry about that. So agenda of today's class is very, very simple: loops, right? And we are going to solve many problems in loops, right? So this class is going to be a practical implementation based class, because theory already you have seen. Now everything we are going to look at from the practical implementation point of view. First loops, and then second, very important, we will start with data structure. Though my goal is to complete the data structure, but we will not be moving fast, we will move slow and make sure everything is completed, right? If we are not able to complete today, we will be looking at data structure, the remaining data structure in the next class, but we will not move fast. We will move slow and understand everything. Right. So this is the idea. Right. Now, these are the two things that we are going to look at. In data structure, we have strings, we have list, we have tuple, we have sets, we have dictionaries. All of those things we are going to look at one by one. Right. This is the understanding. Now, few recap of interview questions. If you guys remember, interview question recap. Right. Interview question recap. Right. Recap. How many of you remember what were the interview questions for the last class? Right. Anyone? Do anyone remembers? First one, what was the question? What is a static and dynamic typing? Already we have discussed this in the last class. We had something called dynamic binding. What is the dynamic binding for the last class? Right. use of nested if else. So use of nested if else, right? Right, nested if else, right? These were few questions that we had seen in the last class, right? So now let's start, and operators as well. So use of operators as well. So last two class I can just write it something like this. Now let's start with today's lecture, that is called as loops. What is this loop, right? First thing that we are going to look at, and the interview questions for today's class will be at the end, right? So what is a loop, guys? Right? What do you think? What is a loop? Right? Anyone? Right? Right? Anyone can answer this? Very good, Kiran. Out of compiler and interpreter, which one is faster? Compiled programming language is always faster. That was one of the interview question in the last class. Right? Right. But again, what is a loop? Right? What is a loop? If I ask you, what is a loop? Can I say our life is a loop? Very simple. Right? Our life is a loop. Our life is a loop. Why? And guys, today class will be a little bit long, so I will suggest everyone, please, stay back till the end. So today's class, it is going to be around 3.5 to 4 hours, because last week already we had some holiday, right? Diwali, Chhat and all of those. So please try to stay till last, because anyway, these are the basics, and we will spend a lot of time in understanding the loops, right? So our life is a loop. I can just simply say this. Why our life is a loop? Right. 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 There's a reason behind it. We just wake up, right? Then just freshen up, eat breakfast, right? Go to office, have a lunch, come back, dinner, sleep. This is something happening, right? So if you just see it, right, your life, right, from outside perspective, you are doing the same thing repeatedly, doing same thing daily, doing same thing daily, right? Doing same thing daily. This is your loop, right? This is loop actually, right? Right. But in terms of code, what is this? In terms of code, what is the loop? Right? Right. Okay, you understand that in the life this happens, but in terms of code, what happens? Right. Right. In terms of code, loop statement or loop simply means execute a block of code, execute a block of code, repeatedly. Right? If you execute a block of code repeatedly again and again, that is your loop statement. Right? Right? That is your loop statement. But now, again, you must be wondering, Ajay, I understood the loop. Sounds cool. Not a problem. I understood what is a loop. Very good. Right, I understood what is a loop. But can you help me understand what is the use of loop? Use of loop? We will discuss the industrial use cases of loop. But I just want to understand from you guys, how many of you have an idea what is the use case of loop in Python? Right. Anyone? Right. What is the use case of loop? So let's say if someone asks you in interview, what is the use case of loop? Will you say our life is a loop? Or will you say execute a block of code repeatedly is a loop? What would be your answer? Khemnath says to do repetitive action. Mainak says to automate the process. Right. But what is the one thing that you will start discussing? Along which line? Let's say they ask you, give an example. So will you say to print a table is the use case of loop? Let's say use of loop to print a table. Will you say like this? To print a star pattern? Star pattern? Right? 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 Is it so? Right. So let me give you actually one example. How many have been to Oyo? Just don't say me. Okay, don't put in the chat how many have you been to Oyo rooms. Let's say Oyo rooms, right? This is your Oyo rooms website. Okay, go to this Oyo rooms. Right, fine. This is the website. Looks good. Right. Now let's say here I will search by a name. Maybe let's say in Delhi I want to look at some rooms. Delhi. This is check-in, check-out, and one room. Let's say 2 guests. Fine. Let it be 2 guests. Okay. Now if you see, what do you see? Hotel or Rohini Sector 18, formerly known as Relic Stay. Then we have formerly known as Silver Palace, and so on. Right. This is the room, right, that you see in Oyo website. But guys, try to understand one thing. Do you really think that someone at the back end is actually each time when a hotel comes will write the code Hotel Rohini Sector 18? So how does front end code will work? So let's say they will just write, let's say this is a front end code, right? So for example, for one hotel H1, this is the place, write the all description, everything, blah 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 blah, something like this. Then hotel 2, again at this coordinate, let's say this is the padding, this is the description, everything like this. Do you really think any developer is going to do this? Right. What would have happened here? Right. How come you are able to see multiple hotels so smoothly? Have you ever thought about this? Not about this only hotel. Let's say open Flipkart or Amazon. Let's say Amazon. Right. Amazon.in. Right. Let's say Amazon. Right. So let's say this Amazon. Have you ever thought how all the items, so let's say search here cert. Right. Cert. Right. If you just search it, cert for map. Right. How come these cert are there? Do you really think that some coder is writing everything one by one? Let's say this is the cert of this, at this coordinate this will be the this, at this particular place this particular cert will be this. Do you really think? There are 20,300 plus cert. If someone starts coding like this, what will happen? Either he will get mad or he will just die. That's it. Right. So you will not be able to do so. Right. Then what is the solution? Right. What is the solution? Right. Solution is very simple, that there is some smart coder who uses loop. He has some template. What is the template? This is the picture. Maybe let's say this is here will be some rating. Here it will be description, and then here will be some option. And based on this, someone will just provide the pick, rating, description, and options, other options, and everything will be populated. This is the idea of actually the use case of loop, right? E-commerce store, or let's say Oyo or something, anything else, whatever you feel, whatever you see, this is the framework that is followed. So in a loop, everything is populated. You cannot do things one by one, each time. Is it clear, everyone? First of all, did you guys understood what is the use case of loop? Right? Yes or no? Quickly. Right? Everyone understood? Now, from now onwards, never in the interview say that I had to print a star pattern and that's why I used loop. No, that's not the correct way. Right? This is the first thing. Now moving ahead, let's talk about, now you have understood the use cases. Now I will just open one Jupyter notebook that already we have seen it here. So new Python 3, and here the name would be loops and data structure. So let's see how much we are going to complete it, but let's say loops and data structure. So let's start looking at this, right, in detail. So what is a loop? If I have to write now loop, what is a loop statement? What is this loop? Right. So it allows you to execute a block of code repeatedly. This is the first thing. Right. This is the first thing. Right. Now there are two types of loop. First, while loop, and second, for loop. So while loop and for loop. Now what are this while loop and what are this for loop? We are going to understand everything in detail. Right. We are going to understand this in this much of depth that you don't need to actually revisit the concept on your own or on your free time. So you don't need to worry about that. We are going to see with a lot of problem statement. Right. Now first we'll start with the while loop. So what is this while loop? Right. What is this while loop? Right. So first thing, repeatedly a block of code is executed until a condition is met. This is the first thing. So you have to repeatedly execute a block of code until a specific condition is met. Example, I will talk about the example. Right. I will talk about the example in detail. Right. Before that, I will just write a syntax. So what would be the syntax? So I'll just write it here, syntax, something like this. The syntax of while loop will look like this. While condition is true, then this block of code will be executed. This block of code is executed. This is the understanding. Now you will be thinking, what is this while? So while is just a keyword. So you don't need to worry about this. What is a while? While is a Python keyword. So while is a Python keyword. I'll just write here, while is a Python keyword. It's not a variable, it's a Python keyword. If you guys remember, we had discussed about keyword in the last lecture. So while is a Python keyword. Very good, not a problem. You understand while is a keyword, but how to code a condition? How to write a condition? Do you guys remember? In the last lecture, we had discussed conditional statement. So let's say here, if I write 3 greater than 5, what will happen? Right? 3 greater than 5, what will happen, guys? It will give some true or false. Right? Based on if it is true or not. So let's say 3 greater than 5, you see here, it is false. Because this condition is not satisfied. Right? So again, very good. We are understanding one by one. First we understood what is loop. What is the use case of loop? So what is loop? We understood. Right. What is the industrial use of loop? Right. How to use loop? So use case of loop. Very important. Use case of loop. Now we also have saw syntax. Syntax is very simple. While some condition is true, right, then execute this block of code. Now what is a while? While is a keyword. This is a keyword. And now we are talking about this condition. What is this condition? What is this condition? What is this condition? So already you have studied about conditional statement. You already have seen about conditional statement. Now what is this conditional statement? So any condition, something like this. So it has given false. Very good. So far, it should be very much clear. Now we are jumping with the example. Now it will be more understandable once we start looking at examples now. Now right time for the example. Right. So let's start with a very simple example. Let's say we have n is equals to 5, a number. N is equals to 5, a number. Right. Then we have I is equals to 1. Right. Now what is the condition? Right. So now we are going to write a condition. While I is less than n. Try to understand. While I is less than n, then you have to write print I. So this is the way you print. Right. And then next, what I am going to do? I is equals to I plus 1. Right. I will not execute anything. First of all, get synced in with this particular syntax. Try to understand this. There is no any rocket science. Right. No rocket science. It's very easy to understand. I just want you guys to look at this syntax. What I have written. Right. One more thing. Just a second. While control structure. Control structure. So while control structure. Right. Okay. So I'll just copy one image from Wikipedia. So this is the image from Wikipedia, and I'll just put it like this, just to make you understand this, guys. Just a second, guys. Most probably this should work. Very good. So yes. So this is some condition I have put. I will discuss about this. So no need to worry about that. So here I had written something like this, while syntax while condition true, right, condition true, execute the code, execute block of code. So this was something right I had written just a few moments before, and here I can also write what is the code that I had written. N is equals to 7, I is equals to 1, and then finally while, right, I equals to 5 I written, so 5, so while I is less than 5, right, what I am going to do? I is less than n, so less than n, right, I am going to write print I, and then in this print I can just simply put I is equals to I plus 1. This is something I had written here, right. So I have put an image here as well, and here I have written the code, right. Very good, fine. So we will try to understand what is the meaning of this and how it works. So I'll just execute this. So try to execute. Now what do you think, guys? What has happened here? Here you have got some values. 1, 2, 3, 4. But how you have got this value? To understand this, how you have got this value, I will just copy paste this code maybe here, right. I will just copy paste this here, and I will just remove this particular line, right. Now see both of this image. So image is here from Wikipedia, and we have something like that. N equals to 5, I is equals to 1, while I is less than n, print I equals to I plus 1. But what is the meaning of this? Right. So basically what happens here, so here let's say n is equals to 5. So we have n is equals to 5. N is equals to 5, I is equals to 1. So whenever you are writing this condition, just few seconds before I had shown you 3 greater than 5, or let's say 5 greater than 3, some example, where it will give you false, it will give you true. Whatever, you can just write anything, but this was the understanding just a few seconds before. Now n is equals to 5, I is equals to 1. See it carefully, this is going to be fun. Now if it comes to this condition, guys, then what will happen? Can I say here that I is 1 because value is 1. So 1 less than 5. So when 1 is less than 5, then you will enter here. It means that this block of code will be executed. Yes or no? Everyone agrees to this or not? Right. If this condition is satisfied, then this particular block of code is executed. Everyone, yes or no? Quickly. Right? Right? Yes or no? Right. Now, here this is condition is satisfied. Then what will happen? This condition is satisfied. It will enter in this block of code. It means now what you have to get? You will get the value. What value? Whatever you have printed here. So print I. It simply means here after this condition is satisfied, this I prints 1. This 1 is printed. Now after that, after this line of code, here it is I is equals to I plus 1. 1 value is already there. Here I value is 1. Now plus 1. It becomes plus 1. So I value now becomes 2. Right. I value becomes 2 and again it goes back here. Again the same condition. 2 less than 5. This condition is true or false? Everyone. This condition is true or false? Quickly. Everyone. Right. This condition is again true. Right. If this condition is again true, again this block of code will be executed. So this time what will be printed? Everyone. So this time 2 will be printed. And then again, this time 2 plus 1. This becomes 3. Right. Now if this is 3, again it will go back here. Again this will go back here. Again this condition is true. 3 less than 5. So again print 3. Again 3 plus 1, that is 4. Again this 4 goes here. So again this 4 will come here. Again print 4. So this 4 will be printed. And finally 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1, that is 5. And again this will come here. But this time this condition 5 less than 5 will not be satisfied. And if this condition will not be satisfied, it will not go inside this block. It will be false, and this is how it exits or breaks the loop. Is it clear? Yes or no? Everyone, it should be crystal clear. Yes or no, guys? Quickly. Everyone, yes or no? Everyone. Right? Right? Very good. Very good. So now, guys, very good. This is the understanding. Fine. This is a good understanding. Right? Very good. Obviously, this is a very good understanding. But to enhance your understanding, we have something called, let's see, Python tutorials. Let me show you something. Just a second, guys. So I'll just show you something, pythontutor.net. Okay, so pythontutor.com, very easy thing. So I'll just show you. Right. So here we have Python. So now we are going to see the loop. Right. Unstoppable Lucky says, sir, please explain once again use case of loops. So I already discussed Lucky, right? But again I will discuss it. So for example, let's say these are the different certs, right? Why do you think these certs, right? Someone is going to write everything one by one? Do you really think this is going to happen? Right? No. This is not going to happen, right? Someone might have made a template where there will be the product name, there will be description and image, and someone will just run the code of populating this template in a loop. That is the understanding. Same was true for your OYO hotels as well, right? OYO rooms as well, and many websites, right? And this is exactly the use case of the loops. But again, moving ahead. Now, this is your website, right? The website name is Python Tutor. To make the concept very much clear, right? So that, right, everyone understands this, right, in detail, let's try to look at this, right? Let's try to look at this. So now, what I will do, I will just copy paste the code that I have written. So this was the code, guys, everyone, right? This was the code. So now I will just copy paste here, right? Very good. I have just copied pasted it. Okay. Now I will just use visualization of execution and see what I am going to do. This will be crystal clear, everything. So let's say here I will press next. So what will happen? N is equals to 5, this variable. Are you able to see this, guys? So n is equals to 5. This particular variable has been now initialized, right? Again, next, let's say next. See, I is equals to 1. Now this variable has been initialized, right? See it carefully, everything, stepwise step, right? Now, moving ahead, right? Let's say next, again, it will enter this condition while I less than n. So it has already entered in this condition. It means this has satisfied. This particular condition has been satisfied. If this condition has been satisfied, that's why you have came at this particular line, right? Now again moving ahead. So this is fine. Now let's move ahead. Again click on next. It is saying I is equals to I plus 1. But before that, if you see, I is 1 already here. Now you are adding 1 to 1. So 1 plus 1. See here, next. So I has become 2. Are you guys able to see this? I has become 2 now. Everyone. Now again, move to this condition. Again, it will only enter if this condition has been satisfied. Just do next. See, it has only entered because this condition has been satisfied. Right. Again, next. See, print I. So here 1 and 2 has been printed. See, 2 has been printed here. Then again, I value is 2. Again plus 1. This becomes, I becomes 3. And again it will go back here. Again next. See here, print I. So here you will see now 3 will be printed. See here, 3 is here. Then again 3 plus 1. It becomes 4. And again come back here. Again next. This condition is satisfied. Again go back. Again 4 is printed. Again I will be increased to 5. So this is 5. But now if this condition comes here, this will not enter inside this. See here, done. This is now exiting the loop. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Anyone will now forget in your lifetime, in your whole life, I don't think anyone will forget now. Still, is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Quickly, guys, everyone. Right. Everyone, yes or no? Quickly. Right. Very good. So this is the understanding. This we have understood actually the loop. Right. Now let's take another example again. So let's say here count is equals to 4. Let's say count is equals to 4 while count is greater than 0. So let's say while count is greater than 0, print count. So I am going to print count, otherwise decrease the number by 1. So what will happen here? I will just decrease the number. Count is equals to count minus 1. That's it, done, right? So here I have to just set count. So count minus 1, done. Now if you want to execute this piece of code, just go ahead in the same here and just put it. So here I will just write edit code in AI tab. So here I will just put the code and just put here visualize execution. See, now you can just do it 4, then again 3, then 2, 1, something like this. Just do it, keep doing it, and finally it will execute because count has become 0. That's the understanding, right? Clear? Right? Clear? Yes or no? Quickly guys. Everyone, so far so good, right? Now let's move ahead to some other questions as well, right? So this was about while loop, but there is one more thing, right? So we are now going to look at something called else with while loop. Santanu says star pattern, wo aayega is Santanu, it will come, don't worry about that. So let's move ahead to the next thing, that is right, else with while loop. So you can also use else, right. Vipan asked what is count? Count is a variable. In the last class, if you were there, count is a variable. Count is equals to 4. So count is a variable where you have stored the value 4. Right. Atanaska asks, so last before I plus 1 is the constant global variable and does not change. We will talk about global variables at a later stage. Atanaska, right? If I am pronouncing your name correctly, right? I am sorry if I am pronouncing your name wrong. Just a tongue twister, I find your name a little bit difficult. Maybe I will just say A. Okay, we will be looking at that global variable and all of those things at a later stage. Okay, but here to answer your question, this count is actually a global variable. But what is the meaning of global variable? How to decide that? Where to be used? We will be talking at the later stage. Okay, in the function chapter. Now, moving ahead, so we have else with while loop. Right. So what is this else with while loop? Same question, same thing, right? What I can do? Count is equals to 4, right? Count is greater than 0. Now what I am going to do? Simple. Here I will just take a big number. So 8, right? Now what I will do? Right. So count equals to 8. Count is a variable which has a value 8, right? Now while count is greater than 0, you have to print the count and decrease the count value by 1. This is the understanding. Now I will use one more statement here, that is else. Right. What is this else? Right. So here I will just write the detail about else. So this will be executed. This will be executed when the while is run successfully without any break. Very simple, without any break. So whenever you execute this particular block of code, right, and whenever the condition is completed, whatever conditions we saw, if those conditions are completed, right, then we will execute this particular block of code. Let's try to implement that. Just implement. See, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This will be executed when while is run successfully without any break. In a very simple term, if this is completely executed, then this else block will be executed. First, this thing complete, then this will be executed. This particular line will be executed. right? This is the understanding, right? This is the understanding. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Right? Yes or no? Quickly. Right. So far so good. Right. So far so good. Right. Pooja says repeat, sir. Pooja, very easy. So this particular else block, this will be only executed when this particular block of code is run successfully. It is completed, or just use the word completed. Once it is completed, then this particular else block will be executed. What is the use case? I will show you how it can be used. Right. I will show you how it can be used. But this is the understanding. Very good. So far, not a problem. Everyone is understanding. Very good. Now let's raise the bar. Right. Let's raise the level, because this is fine. Now using this while loop, right. Let's try to implement something. Let's try to implement something. Maybe I will start looking at, let's try to implement guess the number, right? Or guess the dice, or guess the number, let's say. Guess the number, right? You have to guess a number. This is going to be fun exercise. Right. So let's try to understand this. How to guess a number. Right. Someone is saying the solo camper. Sir, during break the time, please explain gradient descent in CNN if possible. Please join the course. Okay. That gradient descent, whenever we will be coming to deep learning, then we will be discussing, not now. Okay. He is saying Vaibhav, we have to go in sequence, right? Right. Now guys, guess the number, right? So we want to guess the number. First thing, right, what we can do, right. First take a input, let's say input. So I want some input, right. So let's say you want to take some input from any of the user. How to take an input? Anyone has any idea? We already had discussed in the last class as well. How to take an input from a user? Quickly everyone. How to take an input from a user? Quickly. Right? Very good. So to take an input from the user, what you can do? You can just write input. Something like this. Yes or no? Enter your number. Enter your number. Enter your number. Yes or no? Enter your number. Right? Now, you already know by default input takes string. Then what we can do? We can have something called integer. So this is the integer. So we have got something called as integer. Right. So this is the number. So you will ask, right, someone to guess the number. Right. Guess the number. So let's say user number or guessed number. Let's say guessed number. Guessed number. Right. Guessed number. Right. Now, you know that someone will guess the number. Let's say 10, 11, 12. But let's say there is something which actually generates a random number. But how to generate a random number? For that, there is a module, import random. What is this module? Right. Again, I will give you a brief description. So if you guys remember keywords, in keywords, there were a lot of keywords. Similarly, random, here in random, we have a block of code, right? Or some code that has been put here inside this random module. That's it. That particular code can be used anywhere. This code has been written by someone, has been public, can be used by anyone. That's it. Further, what is the meaning of random and all of those things we will be studying in detail. You don't need to worry about that. Right? We'll discuss about those things. But let's say this is a random module which gives you some random number. What is a module? Module is just a pre-written code. So random is a module, Think it as a pre-written code. That's the whole understanding. Now, this is your input random, this is your guessed number. Fine. So you have to first have a random number. So let's say here winning number. Let's say win. If you guessed or guessed win, so or win guess. So you will win the game if you guess this particular number. Right. So what going to be the number? So random dot randint. So random dot randint, and here I will just put any number. So whatever number you want to have the generation. So let's say 100. Any random number has been guessed here. Now you will ask from the user to give a number, guess a number, and you have to figure it out if that particular user has won the game or not. Right. This is the problem statement. Can anyone do this without my help? Can anyone try it out? Interesting problem statement. I thought to give you guys in homework, but let's say this is something challenging. Can you guys try it out? Try it out, guys, everyone. Okay. Right. Very good. Tanya has written some code. Right. Now see, guys, how I am going to write the code. See it. Very good, Tanya. Keep it up. So now, what I am going to do it. See it carefully. Right. So here I will write y. Right. Y. Guessed number is not equals to win guess. Right. Very good. Win guess. If this is not equals to, right. So this condition until it is not satisfied, right? Until it is satisfied, right? So guessed number is not equals to win guess. This is the first thing. Now what I can do, right? Now, right? If, right? Guessed number is less than win guess, right? If guessed number is less than win guess, then what will you write? Print. This is a wrong guess. A wrong guess. Try it again. This is a wrong guess. Right. And this is a wrong guess, and the number you guessed, right, is smaller, and next time guess the higher number. This is the first thing, right? This is the first thing. What I have done, I will again repeat. Now focus here. While guessed number. So what is the problem statement in hand? Problem statement hand is that you are designing a game. Guess the number, right? Right? Some betting you are going to do it. So you already have a number that is randomly generated. Let's say 100. 100 is already generated random number. Now you have to take input from the user saying that, okay, guess the number. So input will or the guest will provide you a number. So maybe the guest provided you number 50. Now either this 50 will be lesser than 100 or greater than 100. Right. If it is lesser than the 100, that is already generated number. So what will you say? This is a wrong guess, and next time guess the higher number. Simple. Right. 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 Now, very good. This is the understanding so far. So if guess number is less than win guess, then this is a wrong guess, and next time guess the higher number. Right. Right. Now else. If it is higher, then what you can do? Else, right? You can just write print. This is a wrong guess. Again, this is a wrong guess. This is a wrong guess. And guess some smaller number. You can just write any comment. Doesn't matter. Right. After that, if this else block is executed, then what you can do? Again, say that please guess it again. Control C, and I will just write it here. Please guess the number again. Right. Please guess the number again. Now, in the last, you can write else. If this condition is not true, you can just write print. You have won. You guessed it correctly. And you have won correctly. And you have won 10 lakh of rupees, or 1 CR, 1 million US dollar, 1 million US dollar. That's the understanding. So now try to execute this, right? Just a second, random.randint. So here it should be random.randint. So already there, I guess there is something, win guess randint 100. So randint 100, why it is this, random.randint. There's a number already there, right? Randint is missing one required positional argument B. So in this case, whenever you feel like this, just hit shift and tab. So random integer B, return random integer in range A to B, include both end point. So here you can just write maybe return random method. So basically in this case, what I can do, instead of random.randint, so I can just have one number. So maybe I will just write between end to start. So I can just write, I don't want to put randint A comma B. I just don't want to put any number. Hopefully 101, maybe let's say 101 I will just put. Okay, very good. So I just put 101. I just don't want it to have any range of number. So I just started from 100 and just put to 101. It means it will take only one number, maybe let's say. So now, let's say enter your number. So you guessed it, let's say 23, right? What will happen? This is a wrong guess, and next time guess the higher number. See? Right. Now again, let's put any other number, 101. See here, this is a wrong guess. Again, just write, put a smaller number. See, put a smaller number. Right? See how fun it is, right? Again enter a number, let's say this time again enter a number, maybe 98, right? See here, this is a wrong guess, and next time guess the higher number. And finally, let's say you put 100. So now you see, you guessed it correctly and you have won 1 million US dollar. How is it, guys? Everyone understood this? Yes or no? Quickly. Right? Yes, rigged game. Right? Everyone understood this. What is the use case of one of the while loop, and with else statement, how you can use the else statement? Quickly everyone, yes or no? Right? 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 Yes or no, guys? Quickly everyone. Right? So far so good. Right? Vedic asks, sir, will it give correct answer in 100.5? Why? It should not give 100.5. It will give you 100. See, you guessed it correctly and you won 1 million US dollar. Right. Atanaska asks, why don't we use if? What is the difference between while and if? Atanaska, if you have appeared for the last class, if is a conditional statement. It actually checks the condition, right? But while repeats this condition again and again until this condition is satisfied. Suppose that you are not using while, then how can you get the input again and again from the user until you guessed it correct? Will you be able to get it? Will you be able to get it if you don't use the while loop? While is a loop which repeats one block of code again and again. If is a condition which executes one block of code only once. That's the difference. Everyone, is it clear now? Quickly, yes or no? Clear? Did you guys enjoy solving this problem? Can I give you one more thing? Can I give you one more thing? Can you also print in how many attempts the number was guessed? Now I'll just write question. In how many attempts the number was guessed? Can you figure it out this? Anyone? Modify this code. Modify this code to figure it out. In how many attempts the number was guessed? Try it out, guys. In how many attempts? Don't say 4. You are able to see the 4, right? Can you make a generic code where it will also print the number of guess? Everyone has to do it. Try it out, guys. Not a rocket science. Use your little bit of brain. Everyone, try it out. I want you guys to try it out. Right? Right. Right. We have to introduce a counter. Anjali says, very good, Anjali. So what we have to do? We have to introduce a counter. But where? Right. 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 Where to introduce a counter? Anyone? Right? Very simple. Just write here, counter is equals to 1. This is your first counter, and then you can increase the counter here. Counter is equals to counter plus 1. Done. Counter plus 1. And at the last, you can again print. Very simple thing. The number of trial that you made. Is whatever number of trial you have. Counter. Done. Now try to execute. Enter your number. Maybe let's say this time I entered a number maybe 2. See here. Right. This is a wrong guess. Next time guess the higher number. 10. Right. This is a wrong guess. Enter the higher number. Let's say 90. Right. This is a wrong number. Next time guess the higher number. And maybe let's say this time I will just write 100. See here. Right. You guessed it correctly. You have won 1 million USD. The number of trial that you made is 4. Right. That is the understanding. So far so good. Everyone understood the while loop. Should I move ahead now? Should I move ahead now? Quickly. Yes or no, guys, now? Right. Anyone has any questions, please do ask in the chat. Again, I will look at the chat and answer your query, okay? Now, let's move ahead. So this was a classic use case that we saw of while loop, right? And I feel that this must be interesting for you. Now, in fact, you can make it a real world example. So let's see it. Let's see it. So I will guess it 105. Let's say 105. So this is a wrong guess. You next time you guess the higher number. So let's say I will just write 900. So let's say this is a wrong number, put a smaller number. So maybe let's say 500. So let's say this is a wrong guess, put a smaller number. Maybe let's say 400. So this is a wrong guess, put a more smaller number. So maybe let's say 200. So let's say this is a wrong guess, put a smaller number. Is it? So let's say this time I will put 150. So this is a wrong guess, and next time guess the higher number. Fine. So the number is going to be between 150 and 200. So let's try to guess 170. What happens? This is a wrong guess. Next time guess a higher number. Very good. 180. Okay, this is a wrong guess. Next time higher number. Very good. Maybe 190. Okay, so this is a wrong guess. Put a smaller number. Between 180 and 190. So let's say 185. Okay, this is also wrong. 188. Okay, this is a, oh my god. So 187. This is a wrong guess. Put a smaller number. So 186 should be final, and you guessed it correctly. You have won $1 million USD. The number of trial that you made is 30. Right? 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 This is the understanding. Right? Now moving ahead. Now we have seen while loop, else. Right? Now there is something I had written, if you guys remember. This will be executed when the while run is successful without any break. But what is this break? There is a reason behind this break. Right? What is this break? Right? 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 So here, to show you about the break statement, what I will do, I will just copy this code. So whatever I had written this code, so this code, I will just copy this. Right? So this time I will write break statement. So break statement. So this is the break statement. Now see it, guys. So here n is equals to 5, I is equals to 1, while I is less than n, print I. Very good. And I is equals to I plus 1. But now I will say, let's say here there is a condition. If I is equals to 3. Very simple. If I is equals to 3, just break. Right? Break. And else. Right? Else. So this else, let's say I will try to execute wherever else was there. This will be executed if there is no any break. So let's try to execute this. Right? 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 Someone is saying screen is not visible. Right? Is it, guys? The screen is not visible. Okay. Now screen is visible. Right? Is the screen visible, guys, now? Very good. Right. So now here we have used the else block. Right. So what I have done, n is equals to 5, I is equals to 1, while I less than n, print I, otherwise increment the number by 1, and if I is equals to 3, then break. And this will be executed when the while is run successfully without any break. Now this time, this is the question. Not question, this is the code. Let's execute this. What will happen, guys? What do you think? What will happen in this case? Quickly. What will happen in this case, everyone? Right? So let's execute this. See here. First thing, you might have observed that else block is not printed. This would be first thing very much clear. Okay, here you don't see else. You don't see any else block here. Fine, this is the first thing. Then second thing, right? If you see it carefully, only 1 and 2 is printed. So how it has worked? So let's try to understand. Very easy. So 1 is less than 5. So 1 is printed. Very good. 1 is printed. 1 is been increased by 1. So 1 plus 1 becomes 2. Then this condition 2 is equals to 3. This condition is not satisfied. It again goes back to here. Again 2 less than 5. Condition satisfied. Print 2. This is how you look at 2 here. Then 2 has been printed. Then 2 is 2 plus 1. That is 3. So here now, while 3 is equals to 3, this condition has been satisfied, and that's why break. Break means just come out of the loop. Just come out of the loop. Break the loop. Break word itself means everything. So the condition is met, then come out of the loop. Come out or break the loop. This is the understanding. So we'll just write it here in this case. In here. Is it clear? Right. This is the understanding. So what does break does? Break actually terminates or exits the loop. Terminates or exits the loop. Now guys, here in the same problem statement, can you can you say, okay, maybe not this problem statement. Let's take another problem statement. This is going to be fun. Right. Sum of all positive numbers, right, until the user gives a negative number. Write the code gives a negative number. Write a code that takes an input, and sum it up until the provided numbers are positive number, and if a number is negative, it will just say, alas, this is a negative number. I am coming out of the loop. Right? Try it out, guys. Can anyone try it out quickly? Right. Okay, guys, it's like 1 hour 23 minutes. Should we take a 5 minutes of break quickly? And in the break, if you guys want to solve, please solve this problem. Should we take a 5 minutes of break? Okay. So we will take just a 5 minutes of break and then, right, again come back. Okay. Right. 5 minutes timer. Please try to solve that problem. Right. So problem is sum of all positive number until the user gives a negative number. Okay. So let's start, guys, everyone. Should we start? Ans is writing hi Anjali. Why Ans? Why are you writing hi Anjali? Ans is like, I am not willing to learn things. Then let's say talk to someone. Is it Ans? Should we guys start now? Very good, Pooja. Pooja has done it correctly. Very good. Right. Raman is saying hi, Ans. Oh my god. This is fun. So guys, so far you guys are enjoying the lectures, yes or no? How many of you are saying, thinking that kahan phas gaye? Where I am stuck? Paise barbaad ho gaye. Sajil says hi sir. How many of you are thinking that kahan phas gaye? Okay, Ans is now asking to me, क्या हाल है सर? अरे हाल का स्पेलिंग सही लिखो तुम कम से कम. So let's start, guys, everyone. So let's start. So the question was sum of all positive numbers until the user gives a negative number. How to do this? Right. Everyone, how to do that? So first of all, this is very clear that you want, right, all the numbers to be added if that is positive number. So maybe I will just assign a variable, take a variable, total sum, or let's say anything, whatever you want to put, total sum is equals to 0. Right. So total sum is 0. This is the first thing. Now, while true, this is again going to be fun. While true, what is the meaning of this while true? Can you answer this? What is the meaning of while true? Pooja had written the code, right? Pooja, why do you think, what is the meaning of, why do you think is not the correct question? What do you think? What is this while true? Right. What is while true? Anyone? Can you answer this? While true. What is this while true? Right. Quickly, anyone? I want you guys to answer this. This is very important. Right. And you have to answer it. जल्दी बताओ. जब तक ट्रू है. वेरी गुड साजिल. एनीवन एल्स? क्विकली. Okay. I guess Pooja is not responding because she had written the code. That's why I was expecting. Right. So while true is actually used to create a infinite loop. So this is infinite loop, right? Create infinite loop. It will keep running, right? Meaning the code will keep running until stopped. And believe me guys, this is my real experience, right? One of my colleague had written this while true, right? This will always run, right? It won't break. That's it. Now, after you know that, okay, this is while true, what you can do? You can take an input. So number. let's say number is equals to int, right? Enter the number. So let's say here, please enter the number, right? Int input, please enter the number, please enter the number. So please enter the number. This is the thing. So please enter the number. Fine. This is your input. Then what you can do, right? If number, because you want to stop at less than 0, if number is less than 0, right? What you have to do, guys? Break. Else, what do you have to do? You have to keep adding the number. So total sum is equals to total sum plus number. Done. Right. And finally, you want to print else. This is your final number. Print the sum of all the numbers is, right? So you can just write it here like this. So number, total sum. This is the understanding, right? So now let's say 10, right? Please enter the number 10. Again, let's say -5. See here, right? This has been done. So here actually I can just put it here, right? I can just put it here. So this will not execute because break is there. So now if you see 5, 4, right? The sum of all number is So now let's say 3. Oh God. Please enter the number 3, right? Sum of all number is this, -1. Done. Now if you just execute it, so -2, or let's say 3, 2, -1. See, so this is like all the number, but I'm not getting this printed. So maybe what I will do here, else. I will write one else here itself, maybe. So now let's execute this. So here 3, 3, and let's say -1. Okay, so here it is break, so it is not going inside this. So maybe here remove this else, right? So here just put it something like this. So total sum, right? 3, 2, and then -1. The sum of total number is 28. So this is the understanding. One thing you might have observed here, that when I was keeping the else block, this was not being executed. Why, guys? Why? Right. Why? When I was using here else block, inside this else block print statement, this particular line was not executed. Why, guys? Quickly. Can you answer this? Because it will lead to something else as well. Right. Right. We'll discuss one more concept associated with this. But before that, you have to answer this. Right. Right. Anyone has any idea why it didn't print it? Quickly. Quickly, guys. Okay, very good. So since we break the loop, right? Since we were breaking the loop here, right? That's why we were not able to actually, use else block here in this case. So that's why you were not able to use the else block. So that's the understanding. Now, guys, did you guys enough got confidence how to use while loop? Yes or no? Quickly. Yes or no, guys? Everyone? Right? Everyone, yes or no? Right? Right? Very good. Should I move ahead now? One more thing, because it will lead to one more thing. Let's say if the number is less than 0, you didn't want it to break. You wanted to continue with this. continue this particular thing. Right. So here, due to this break, that particular else print was not able to execute. You were not able to execute. But what if I want, if any number is a negative number, right? If any number is a negative number, you will just continue it or skip that. Skip that particular iteration. You will not add that number. In this case, again, it will be an infinite loop. But let's say I will give you an example. So let's say this is the example, right? Here, you don't want to break, but actually you want to skip this particular thing. Whenever this condition is met, you don't do anything, right? So here I will just write as continue. You don't do anything, right? You don't do anything, right? Skip that particular iteration. So skips the iteration. So here you can just write skips the iteration. So you will skip that particular iteration and do the things further, right? So for that, you will be using, instead of break, just use continue. So if you use continue, you will realize it will print everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, because it is 3, so you can just write print I in the last. So then you will get the understanding how it is different. So I'm just writing it here last. And now if you see 2 is printed, but whenever it came to 3, it skipped the iteration. How did this work? So let's try to understand this, how it worked. So let's say here n is equals to 5, n is equals to 5, n is equals to 5, I is equals to 1, I is equals to 1, right? Okay, is it again my screen? Why it happens? Sometimes it happens, sorry guys. Now is it fine? Okay. Right? Is it fine? Yes. Very good. So now here if you see n is equals to 5, I is equals to 1. Right. Now if I say 1 is less than 5, this condition is true, then what you will do? You will come here. 1 plus 1, it becomes 2. Then again check this condition. Does this condition satisfy? No. Then you will print here 2. So that's how 2 is printed. Again come back. 2 is less than 3. 2 is less than 5. Yes. Then I is equals to I plus 1. This becomes 2 plus 1. Then again this is 3. Then 3 is equals to 3. This condition is satisfied. Then that's how you continue. It means you will skip this particular step. So you will not execute this thing. Directly go back here and again do the same iteration. This is the understanding. To make your understanding more clear, this time again I will just copy paste this code. So I will just copy paste this code. So I will just copy paste this code and just will go here. Right, edit this code. So I will just edit this code and just provide the code here. So here let's say the code is there. Now visualize the execution. So let's say visualize the execution. Now see the next step. N equals to 5. Observe things carefully. N equals to 5. N is 5. I equals to 1. I is equals to 1. This condition is true. Right. See here. This condition is true. It means 1 is less than 5. This condition is true. Then I is equals to I plus 1. So this I now will change the value itself to 2. See here, it is 2. Then if I is equals to 3, this condition will not be satisfied. So this will not enter inside continue. It will move ahead, print I. So now here 1 will be printed. 2 will be printed. So you will see here 2 being printed. Again this condition satisfied. Come here, I is 2. Now I will be increased to 3. So it is 3 now. this condition will be satisfied. Now this time this will enter inside this continue block. So here if you see, this is inside this continue block. Observe, last time it was not inside this, now this is inside this. Now let's say here print, again go back, so continue, this time it didn't print it, because from continue directly, see, from continue directly it will go again at the top, it will not print here, right? Last iteration, in the last iteration it printed I as well. Now if you again move ahead, see here continue, this time again print I and things will be printed, and again just go ahead and finally else block, print this, and see here output, this is the thing. Is it clear everyone? While loop, now it should be crystal clear. Is it clear? Is it clear everyone? Is it clear? Right? Right? Everyone, I want to hear yes from everyone. Quickly. Yes or no guys? Is it clear? Right? 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 Very good. Very good. So now guys, let's move ahead. Let's move ahead and see. I will give you one homework. Right? So this time homework is very interesting. Actually this will be the part of industry, the questions that I will be giving. But let's give me the homework now itself. Otherwise you will find it in assignment as well. Write a program to calculate inventory cost. So you have to take a input from the user, right? So you have to take input from the user, right? And you have to also, let's say, input, two inputs. You will take two inputs. First, quantity of item, and price per item. Right? So I will just again give you the mind map. Try to understand. This is going to again industry specific problem statement, right? But very interesting. So you have to write a program where what will happen? You will be having two input. You will take two input. First, quantity of item or number of item, right? Second, price each item. Now you have to write a code in such a way that the total cost is given at the end, right? And if there is no item, right, then it will just do nothing, or let's say exit the loop, right, exit the while loop. So this is something that you have to do. First of all, everyone has understood the problem statement. Say it quickly guys. Everyone has understood the problem statement. Should I repeat it again, or you guys have understood this? Quickly guys. Yes or no? Right. Other people, only Survi says yes. What about other people? Right. Okay. So please try to do this. This is a problem statement, right? Now guys, this was all about while loop. Now let's move ahead with for loop, right? So we have seen, right, a lot of things till now. So now we are going ahead with the for loop, right? So let's start with the for loop. So here iterate, what does for loop do? Iterates over a sequence of elements. Now what is the sequence of elements? You already have seen two, but we'll discuss it again at a later stage. Strings and list. Already we have seen this. Right. Right. Naglata says, explain it once again. Okay. So you have to write a program, Naglata, right, where you have to take two inputs from the user. First, number of items, right, and cost per item. Cost per item. Now there can be n number of items in an inventory. So item 1, number of item is 2, cost per item is, let's say, 50. Then inventory cost or total cost is how much? It is 100. Second item, number of item is 3, cost is, let's say, 20, 60. So total cost becomes 100 plus 60, that is 160, and so on, until if someone puts that there is no any item left, 0. If 0 item, it means inventory is completed. Now is it clear? Everyone, is it now clear? Batao everyone, Sero Sernio. Understood, yes or no? Quickly. Then we will move ahead with the loops, that is for loop. Right. We have understood a lot of detail about while loop, solved some interesting problems as well. So now you are going to see for loop. What is for loop? Right. Again, this is going to be very interesting. What is a for loop? And there will be a lot of examples as well. Right. So for example, for actually iterates over a sequence of element. Example, string and list. Right. 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 So what is a string and what is a list? I will just talk about this. So for I in, let's say this is a string. So for I in, let's say CareerCraft. CareerCraft. So what you can do here? So print I. Guys, already you might be knowing about this, that already on your dashboard now you will be looking at the form link. If you guys have any doubt, you can just fill the form as well, right? Whatever doubts you have. So for I in CareerCraft, print I. So what are you seeing here? One by one, all the characters are printed. All the characters are printed. Right. Right. This is your for loop. You use a syntax for I in. You might be knowing about this in. In means membership operator. This was already in operator. Right. Membership operator. Right. Now, for I in range CareerCraft, you are getting print I CareerCraft. This is the understanding. Right. This is the understanding. Now, if you just go ahead and just search flow control structure. Flow control structure. Right. So this flow control structure, this is your Wikipedia is not there. I cannot copy these images until it's of Wikipedia. Okay. Maybe it doesn't matter. So let's say there, this is a flow structure. Print I. Now, with the for, we have again else block. So else block, how it is used else block, I will talk about that also. But here what is happening? In is membership operator. So what will happen? For I in CareerCraft, whatever elements you have in CareerCraft, so each elements one by one will be printed. Right. So for I in CareerCraft, C, A, R, one by one, each of these elements will be printed. That's the understanding. Very simple. Right. Very simple. Right. Now again, this can be also used with a list. What is a list? We are going to discuss this in detail, but let's say this is a list. L is equals to 1, 2, and let's say PW and 1 and 2 and CareerCraft. So let's say 1, 2 CareerCraft. Now what I can do here, for I in L, right? So what you can do, print I. So once you do print I, so you will just get here 1, 2 and CareerCraft, something like that. So this is the understanding. Now you can also use else block here, right? Else block. So what you can do here, else block. So here just write in the else block, right? Print, this will be executed, this will be executed, this will be executed without a break statement. Very simple, right? So this will be executed when for loop, let me write the complete thing, for loop ends without a break statement. See, this is executed. But let's say if you want to use a break statement here, so can you use a break statement? The answer is yes. So for example, let's say here CareerCraft, and then we have Ajay, then maybe let's say some name, Naglata is there, so maybe NL, so Naglata is there, maybe let's say some name, Kiran is there, so let's say Kiran is there. Let's say these are the names, right? Now I want to use, let's say I will execute this. Now I want to use a break. So let's say if NL is there, in that case just break it. So what you can write it here, right? So here you can simply write if I is equals to Naglata, let's say NL, right? Then what you will do, just break. See here, 1, 2 CareerCraft Ajay. The moment NL comes, this is breakdown. This is broken out. Oh, this is broken out. That's the understanding. Right. Actually, what is happening? Why the screen is changing? I am using some shortcut key to change the screen. I believe I will change that. But anyway, this is the understanding. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Quickly. Now, similarly, you can use continue as well. So how can you use continue now? Very simple. If NL is there, you can just use continue, right? You can use continue. So you can use continue as well. I have to remove this shortcut key, I guess. That shortcut is problem. So this is the understanding. Continue and the break statement, both with the for loop, is also done. Is it clear, everyone? Quickly guys, quickly say it, yes or no. Right? Quickly, yes or no. So let's solve multiple problems. Should we solve now multiple problems, guys, everyone? Should we solve now multiple problems? Yes or no? Right? Sajil is saying scroll up. See it. Now, let's solve multiple problems, guys. Now we are going to solve few problems. Ready, guys, everyone? Full energy mode? Yes or no? Are you guys tired? See, I am not tired. I am energetic. And you guys are tired? Okay, no one seems to be tired. Okay. So let's start, guys. This is going to be fun. Should I give you a first problem statement? Right. So the first problem statement that I will love to give you. So let's say print all the even numbers from this particular list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 20. You have to print all the even numbers. Use whatever loop you want to use. Quickly. I have a lot of problem statement, guys. Trying it out. Trying it out, guys, quickly. Very good. Many of you have written the correct code. So I will not give this answer. If I give the answer, people who, okay, anyway, everyone is seeing the comments. Okay, but okay, I will just give the answer that many of people have written it correctly, right? So you can just write, I'll just skip it, guys. You can do it, right? But okay, many will complain. So for I in, let's say this is a list, I will copy this list. For I in list, right? So what you can do here, right? If I %2 is equals to right 0, right. So what will happen, guys, here, right? Can I write this is a print even number? Can I write this print even number? Yes or no? Print even number? Yes or no? See, or let's say here print I. Just I write print I, so that we get to know which are the even number. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, right? Yes or no? So far so good, right? Anyone has any problem till now? I guess no problem. Now, fun fact. Here I had given you the list, right? I had given you the list. What if I ask you, right, from 1 to 1000 print all even number? Now that's the main question. Print all even number. How will you do this? Here I had given you list, right? But now I am asking from 1 to 1000 print all even number. Will you make a list something like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 till 1000 and then write the code? How will you move ahead? Quickly, guys. Batao. Everyone say it. Right. 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 What we can do? Very good, Santanu. Right. Very good, Ayush. Very good. Right. Right. Very good. Surabhi also have done. So there is a function called range. What is the range function? What is the syntax? So range syntax is whatever number you want. From, let's say you want 1 to let's say 1000. So 1000. Just write it this. But there is a catch. So here in this case, 1 is inclusive and 1000 is exclusive. Right. And this returns an object. What is an object? You don't need to worry about that. Just understand in Python everything is an object. Right. So now let's see it. So here range is 1 to 1000. Now let's try to execute this here. So here what you can do, for I in range of 1 to 1000. First of all, let's try to look at what does it makes or what does it creates. So if you just do range to 1 to 1000, you will realize that this is not a number, right? It will just give you something like this. This is an object. But the moment you write something like this list, you will get a number from 1 to 999, 999. See here, 999. So if you want a number from 1 to 1001, then you have to write here 1001. This is the first thing. Second, you already know that always it is giving you in a form of a new line. Each value is this new line. 1 new line 2, 2 new line 3, 3 new line 4, something like that. Right. So this is happening here. Right. This is happening. Now what we can do? So let's say I will just remove this. I will just remove this. You have understood this. Very good. So now what I have to write? Right. So let's add to print. So print I. So if you just print I, it will be a bigger number. You have to just scroll down. One thing you can do, you can just write and is equals to simple space. So it will give you some number like this. Or you can just have a space as well, blank space. So the number will look like this. Now you can easily check it out. Now if you want to write the condition, you can also write the condition of even number or odd number, whatever you wish to. But why we have studied range here? Because range is very important while using the loop. Loop is actually nothing if you don't use range function. Obviously you can use directly like this. So for example, I will give you. So for I in, right? So for I in, let's say I will make a list. So here for I in list. So L is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can do this way also for I in L. Print I. So you can do this way, right? Print I, right? So print I. So you can do this way also, or, right? You can also write length of L. But one catch. If you execute this, see what will happen. Int object is not iterable. What is this iterable and all of those things? We will discuss in the later class. We have to actually understand this in very detail. But for I in length of L, you have to write it here, range of length of L. So whatever range is there, then you will see, you will get the value 1, 2, 3. And again, 0, 1, 2, 3 here, the value is here. But actually what you can do, L0, Li. So this if you write Li, it means you are accessing the element with index. Again I will come to this, but just to make sure, to let you know guys the importance of range, that's why I showed you the example. You can go ahead and do this way also, whatever I showed you earlier way, or you can do this way also, right? You can also do like this for I in L, right? I in L, print I. So you can do this way also, and mostly we will be seeing this again in the list, how to iterate. But this is also one of the way, and many of the time you will realize that you will be using this way to actually do the things. Is it clear? All right. Is this clear? Yes or no? Quickly guys. Someone is asking definition of range. What should you write definition of a range? Range is a function which gives a number between two values. That's it. Anyone has any questions till now? Now we are moving ahead to some other thing that is very, very important, that is nested loops. So till now you have seen everything about the loops. Now this is going to be fun. Nested loop. And this is very interesting. Very interesting, and this is going to be again a lot of fun. What is this nested loop? We are going to look at in detail, right? What is this nested loop? So first thing, what is the meaning of nested? It means loop inside the loop. Is it clear? Yes or no? The meaning of nested loop? Quickly guys, is it clear what is the meaning of nested loop? Right, loop inside a loop, yes or no guys? Quickly, can I say this? Right, can I say this? Quickly everyone, can I say this, that nested loop means loops inside the loop? Very good, not a problem. Right. Now I have a question for you guys. Make a table. The table should look like this. 1 into 1 is equals to 1, 1 into 2 is equals to 2, 1 into 3 is equals to 3, 1 into 10 is equals to 10. First thing. Then again 2 into 1 equals to 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 3s are 6. Can you make a table like this? Right, and not till 2, till 3, 4, 5. I want a table, multiplication table till 5. I want a multiplication table till 5. Can you guys try it out? Quickly. Try it out. Multiplication table till 5. Quickly. Using nested loops. Anyone? Try it out. Multiplication table from 2 to 5. Right. Try it out guys, quickly. Everyone is trying. Everyone is trying guys, quickly. Okay, let's say no one is trying if I am assuming that. Right. Okay, Rishikesh has written something, very good. Santanu has written something, very good. So how can I do this? Right. So for I in range of 1 to 6, 1 to 6. For I in range of 1 to 6. First thing. So what it will print? Let's say print I. Right. So it will print I. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So first question. We wanted a table from 1 to 5. So we got 1 to 5 value. Now for each 1 to 5, we want a multiplication. Till where? Till 10. Yes or no? Right. Yes or no? For I in range 1 to 6, print I, you got the number 1 to 5. And you want to actually print table from 1 to 5. Right. But from 1 to 5, till what? 1 1 ja 1, 1 2 ja 2, 1 3 ja 3, till 1 10 ja 10. This is what you want. So what you can do now? For each one, you have to go till 10. For each 2, you have to go till again 10. Right. So for J in range, see it carefully. 1 to 11. 1 to 11. Because you want to go from 1 to 10. Right. And then just write product is equals to I multiplied by J. I multiplied by J. That's it. Now you can just print it. Print. Right. Whatever you want to print. So as of now, don't worry about this syntax. I will be talking about this syntax at a later stage. But let's say here, this is your I and then multiplied by J. Right. Don't worry about this syntax. I will be talking in strings. So no need to worry about that. I multiplied by J is equals to product. Product. That's it. Product. And now you want to just have a new line. Execute this. See how beautiful it looks like. 1 1 ja 1, 1 2 ja 2, 1 3 ja 3, 1 4 ja 4, and goes on. So how it worked? For the first time when you did for I in range 1 to 6, so it gave you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now for j in range 1 to 11, so each I you have to go till 11. 1, 2, not 11, 11 minus 1, 10, because it is exclusive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. And that's how 1 multiplied by 1, 1 multiplied by 2, 1 multiplied by 3, 1 multiplied by 4, and this is how you get the value. Is it clear, everyone? This is what? This is a loop inside the loop, a nested loop. Is it clear, everyone? Everyone? Yes or no? Quickly. Alright. Yes or no, guys? Everyone. Everyone has to answer this. Is it clear? Right? Yes or no? Right? Right. F string, don't worry about this. F string. Don't worry about this F string. This will come in the string chapter. Don't worry about this. Right. Don't worry about this. We'll come to this at a later stage. Okay. Right. Just think that this I is printed 1, this j is printed 1 equals to, and this product is there. Again 1 multiplied by 2, and then this product is there. This is something like that. That's it. Right? Right? Clear? Clear, everyone? Right? So now, guys, moving ahead. This was fun till now. Right. Now, let's raise the bar. This time, this is going to be more fun. Now this time you have to make a pattern something like this. This is your star, and you have to make the star pattern using both while loop and for loop, so that while and for both loop concept is clear for once and all how it works. So you have to try this time this code. Everyone is ready? Yes or no? Ready to solve this? This is the ultimate bar that we are raising, guys. Hopefully you will enjoy this. You have to do this using both for and while loop. Please try it out. Right. Please try it out. Are you guys trying it out? Very good. Many of the people are trying it out. Very good. Very good. So let's try to understand this, guys. How can we approach this problem? What should be our plan to actually solve this? Right. What is the roadmap? What is the roadmap of this problem? First thing, to understand the roadmap, see the structure. 1 star, 2 star, second row, third row, 3 star, fourth row, 4 star, right? And finally, fifth row, 5 star, right? This is the first thing, right? This is the first thing. Now let's try to figure it out. How can we do it, right? So here, what we are going to do? So let's say for I in range 5, right? I have written for I in range 5. So let's say print I. So I'll just print I. First thing, let's print I. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Not a problem. Right? Not a problem. Now instead of I, print star. See, that star should be under double string. So just write double quote. So here, star, star, star. So can I say first column is made? Right? Easily. Can I say this? The first column is made. So now, what you have done? You have this star, you have this star, you have this star, you have this star, you have this star. Right. Now for each of this star, right? First leave it, you don't need to do. For this star, you have to have one more star. For this, you need to have two more star. For this, you need to have three more star. And for this, you need to have four more star. This should be the understanding till now. But how to get this? How to get this number of stars? So can I say, now for I in range 5, it means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for each 0, can I have range of this only? Range of 0. 0 and 0 minus 1, that is 0. So no any value. For range of 1, so 0, 1 minus 1. Sorry, 1 minus 0, that is 1. Okay, I will just put it here in bigger example. So for I in range 5. So what is the meaning of this for I in range 5? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now for each value of this, you will again have a range. So again, range of 0. What will be range of 0? Nothing. So again, range of nothing, 0, nothing. For range of 1 means 0 to 1. This is exclusive. It means only value is 0. Again, range of 2. It means here 0 to 2, it means 0 and 1. Range of 3 means 0, 1, 2. Range of 4 means 0, 1, 2, 3. Now you must be able to think it out now. Think it now. Develop the thought process. Now what should you do? For each I, again have one loop more. So for each I, now I will be having very simple. For each I, for j in range of I. Range of I. So for each I, right, now we are having some value in this j. Right. Now this time we want it in plus 1 because one value more you want. So range of 1 you want both things, 0 and 1 both, because you want to print the star. Right. So what you will do now? Just simply here for this combination just print star, right? Print star. So this star will be printed, this star will be printed, and already you have seen and is equals to, you want it a space or not space, depends on you. So let's say you don't want, and let's say here print a empty row, right? Very simple. Now execute this. This is the value that you get. Star, 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 and 5 stars. This is the understanding. Is it clear, everyone? Yes or no? Is it clear, everyone? Quickly. Yes or no? Did you guys understood this? Everyone? Clear? Can I use while loop with this? Can I do the same thing using while loop? Right. So already, right. No, Santanu, this is again a print is a new line. That's it. Right, this is a new line. Right. This is a new line, so no need to worry about that. This means this is a new line. Print, if you just see this is for a new line. That's it. So if you just remove this, you will find, see, this is how the pattern is printed. This print actually makes you to have this new line. Right? Now, can we do the same thing using a while loop? The answer is yes, you can do. You can do the same thing using the while loop also. Right. So let's try to do the while loop. Right. How can you use while loop, guys? Everyone? Right. So here, let's see. So row is equals to 1. This is for the first row. Right. Row is equals to 1. Now, while row is less than equals to, 5. So let's say rows values are less than 5. Then you say call is equals to 1. You are defining the column. Now done. While call is less than equals to row, same type of condition. Then print asterisk. So you want to print the star or asterisk. So print asterisk and end is equals to done. This done. You are done now. Call is equals to call plus 1. And finally print a new line. And then row is equals to row plus 1. See, beautiful. Same type of pattern is being done. Right. Santanu is asking one blank. If you just provide here like this, then it will be multiple blanks. See, blanks are there. But since you didn't had put anything, it will not show any blank. Right. Again, so this is the understanding. Now how it worked? Again, let's try to understand this. Let's see the dry run. Row is equals to 1. Very good. Row is 1. While row is less than 5, you want 5 row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now inside this while, initialize the variable of column. Column is 1. Now while column is less than equals to row, so 5 is less than equals to 1. This condition is true. Right. So in this case, let's say row is less than 5. So this is true. So row is 1. So here 1. Here it should be 1. So if 1 is less than equals to 1, print this, increase the column value by 1, again go back. This condition not satisfied, come out of this while loop, right? Print a new line and thus increase the row by 1. That's it. Right. I will repeat it again so that it is clear to everyone, because this is going to be very important. Already you can argue with me, sir, we have done with already using for loop, then why while loop? Right. Better to understand both of the thing, right? So again I will repeat it. Very easy. Try to understand. If row is 1, right. Row is 1. Very good. Now, while row is less than equals to 5. So this condition is satisfied. So it will come under this particular block. So here column value will be initialized as 1. Now while 1 is less than equals to 1, this particular number, so it is true, then print star, right? And then increase the column value by 1. So column value has become now 2. Print a new line. A new line is printed, right? A new line is there. Now again it will come back to this. Now this time 2 is less than 1. This condition is not satisfied, so it will not go inside this block, right? This time, so this print is not executed now. Now this first iteration, this will go from here. Now it will come outside this while loop, and then you will just print a new line. A new line will be printed, and then row will be increased by row plus 1. So this row has been increased now. So this row becomes now 2. So 2 is less than equals to 1. Again this will run 2 times. Again print a new line. Again increase the value by 2. 1. That's the understanding. Is it clear, guys? Everyone? Is the while loop clear or not? Everyone? Quickly, guys, this was the understanding. Right. Should I give you some tasks to do? Yes or no? Right? Right? Should I give you guys some tasks to do? Will you be doing? Can you print a number like this? Let's see how many of you can do. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you print a pattern like this? This is your first question. Question 2. Can you print some square pattern, asterisk, 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 asterisk like this? Try it out. Right? Right? Can we do this? A square pattern, this number. Can we do so? So these will be the 2 things. Homework, I will give you multiple things in the assignment, so no need to worry about that, right? With application of break statement as well, a lot of break statement I will give you the examples as well. So this, I will give you around 30 questions from both conditional and loops again. So this is going to be fun, right? Please try to solve those questions, and those questions will not be copy paste from somewhere. It will make sense. That will be challenging. Right, 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 right. So homework, I will just write it here. Homework, right. Homework, print asterisk square star pattern, and one was like this. One was like this. One, what was that? Yeah, that pattern I missed, like 1, 1 to 1. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. This type of pattern. Please try it out. Do this. Okay. So guys, now we are moving ahead. We have completed conditional loops, understood everything in detail with real world examples. So far so good. Everyone is happy, right? We understood a lot of things in detail, guys. So how are you feeling, guys? Now you are feeling confident to some extent that you guys now can solve any problem in the loop and conditionals? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? Or is it that still not confident? How many of you guys are happy? Quickly. Right? Right. So far, people are posting code. Okay. right? Okay, so should I move ahead, guys? Kiran says super confident. Sajal says yes, sir. Very good, very good. So now should we move ahead? अनस्टॉपेबल लकी सेज आज के लिए इतना ही रहने दो सर, वरना ऊपर से जाएगा. क्यों भाई? देर विल बी नो ब्रेक, वी विल नॉट स्टॉप टुडे लकी, राइट? छुट्टी लेने का टाइम नहीं सोचा था, सबने मैसेज किया था छुट्टी चाहिए, दिवाली छठ, एवरीवन वांटेड अ लीव लास्ट वीक, राइट? राइट, so we will study more. See guys, there is always, I used to say one thing, if you want to learn more, right, so there is a trade off. Learn more. If you want to learn more, right, you have to put extra effort, right, extra time, right, right. I am putting extra effort and extra time, right, right. You guys should also put, right, from the, and anyway, our motive is what? Why we have CareerCraft? Only reason was that I was not able to teach everything in depth, right? Whatever I wished to, and that's how here I am. Even if there is no any student, I will just record and put that on YouTube. But yeah, that's the understanding. So guys, now let's take a 5 minutes of break. Okay, 5 minutes of break, and then we will start again. Okay guys, 5 minutes of break, and then we will start with data structure. Right. अनस्टॉपेबल लकी से सर थोड़े थोड़े लर्न करो बट अच्छे से करो, ये मेरा फंडा है. अनस्टॉपेबल लकी, मेरा फंडा डिफरेंट है. अच्छे से करो लेकिन ज़्यादा ज़्यादा करो, ज़्यादा ज़्यादा करो, अच्छे से करो. ठीक है, मुझे फंडा सिखा रहा है ये. Okay guys, so let's meet after 5 minutes. Okay. So guys, let's start. Am I visible now, everyone? Many of paid learners are saying that they are not able to comment it. If you want to have any doubt and if you want to comment, you can just directly come to the YouTube live and comment it, guys. Right? You guys can comment it. I'm not sure. Some of them are saying that even if I have subscribed, I'm not able to comment it. I'm not sure about that. Maybe you can have the doubt session form already on the dashboard. You can also fill the doubt session. And anyway, from the next week, we are having our class on the dashboard itself. So we'll look into all the doubts as well. Right. So now guys, let's move ahead. So we have seen loops in detail, understood everything in loops, understood the use cases. Right. Right. Yes or no, guys? Yes or no? Tanya says they need to also make a channel name on YouTube to comment. I'm not sure about that. Is it? Is it? Wait, I will just change the setting. If it is so, I will change the setting. Yeah. Okay. So I'll change the setting. How can I say customization? Right. Can you now try commenting Rajkumar, Rajbhar? Can you try commenting now? This should be fine, I guess. If not, don't worry. The paid file, everyone can comment. Yes, everyone is able to comment because you guys haven't subscribed the channel. If you guys haven't subscribed the channel, it means yeah. Okay, now everyone is able to comment. Should I move ahead now? हाँ, मीन्स जो मेरे सब्सक्राइबर्स होंगे वो करेंगे. Whoever has subscribed to my channel, that they will be able to comment, right? Right. Who have not subscribed the channel, they might not be able to comment, I guess. That is the understanding. So here it was a setting, if you see. So if I just go to this setting, right? So edit, and here if you see this is the customization. Then here if you see participant mode. Who can send message? Anyone, right? Subscribers, limited participants, those who have followed your channel for a set amount of time. So if I just click on subscriber, any duration, I had kept it. So if you just subscribe, you can just do it. So that is the understanding, right? Right. But anyway, I guess we'll just put it anyone. Right. 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 So now guys, let's move ahead with other questions. Many of people are asking questions. Rajkumar, जो YouTube पे subscribe. Rajkumar is asking question. I have one doubt. Okay, is while using indexing. While using indexing. So see, any concept, any loop can use indexing. It's not that while loop only uses indexing. For loop also can use indexing, anything. So here, what is indexing? I will talk about this indexing. So no need to worry about that. In between I had discussed the indexing concept, but that we are going to look at in detail just now. After a few minutes, we are going to look at in detail. So no need to worry about that. But be it while loop, be it for loop, any loop can use indexes. Okay? Okay? Yes or no? Right? Right? Anyone has any other questions? Right? Right? Guys, now Right, I guess I haven't written anything, but I have two questions. You have seen nested if else, right? Can anyone answer me what is disadvantage of nested if else? Right, nested if else. What is disadvantage of nested if else? What is disadvantage of nested if else? So this is the first question. What is the disadvantage of nested if else? Are you guys there, everyone? What is disadvantage of nested if else? Quickly, anyone has any idea? Try to answer this. Right. So there are, see, multiple regions, right? So first thing, if you have nested if else, nested, so it can make our code hard to understand. Make code hard to understand. This is the first thing. Right. And if the code is hard to understand, it will always lead to bugs, leads to error, prone to error actually, write it here, prone to errors and bugs. Right. Prone to errors and bugs. Right. And also, execution time increases. That is called as time complexity, but no, let's say execution time increases, but it depends on the condition. So don't need to worry about this. But these are the two things that is a problematic thing. But I have written this here because I wanted to discuss one theoretical concept here, that when to use for loop and when to use while loop. When to use for loop, right? And when to use while loop. When to use while loop. So actually this is the question that I was trying to come, right? Anyone, right? When to use for loop and when to use while loop. Right. Very good, Lakshmi. Right. Anyone wants to answer this? Right. When to use for loop and when to use while loop. Quickly. Right. Very easy, guys. Very simple. If number of iteration is known, if number of iteration is known, then go for loop. If iteration is not known, right, then go for while loop. Right. This is the understanding. Right. This is the understanding. Now guys, one more thing. We know this for loop, while loop, and this is something just for fun. Right. If there is someone who is starting from very basics, how to remember that? Usually I take this example, right? Break, continue, all of those things, right? Try to understand real life analogy, right? Try to understand like this. For loop, what is this for loop? Right? If you have a buffet of food, right? And you want to taste each of this food one by one, that is your for loop. So you have, paneer tikka, right? You have chicken tikka, right? You have pasta, right? All of this, right? And you want to test one by one. This one, a small amount, this one, a small amount, this one, a small amount, this one. That is your for loop. Very simple. That is your for loop. Right? This is your for loop. Then now you must be wondering, right, what is a while loop? Right. So to remember this, again, just take it easy. So for example, let's say this is you, this is your girlfriend, or this is your boyfriend. Very simple. You keep going to them. You keep going to them. And they will say, until you are equal to me, I will not go and date you. That's it. And you keep on coming to her or him in loop. That's it. Right. Sometime what will happen? Your crush will say that, okay, I accept you. One coffee, that's it. One coffee, that's it. Right. And you will never come to me again. That is your break. That's it. This is a break statement. One coffee and you will never come again. You will never come again. Never come again. Right. Right. Simple. Something like that. Right. And let's say another continuous statement. Very simple. You can just come for one coffee with me. And then again revisit me until you are equivalent to me. So this is something just to remember. If you want to keep this analogy, keep it. If you don't want to keep it, doesn't matter. Right. Just if someone wants to keep it, if you want someone to remember it, then you can just, think this way. Usually whenever I teach very naive student who doesn't understand anything, then use this particular methodology to understand, to make them understand. So that would be all for loop and while loop. Now we are going to move slowly to data structure finally. Data structure finally. Right. So do we start, guys, now? Data structure, everyone. Everyone, should we start data structure quickly? Yes or no? Right. So let's start with data structure. Right. What is data structure? Right. Right. So what is data structure? So data structure is way of organizing and storing data so that it can be accessed and manipulated efficiently. That's it. That is your data structure. So if I have to define data structure, how will I define? Right. So data structure, right. Data structure, right. How can I define data structure? Right. So if I have to define data structure, then I can say way of organizing and storing data so that it can be accessed and manipulated efficiently. That's the understanding. Right. That's the understanding of data structure. Right. Very good. So this is the understanding of data structure. But now there are multiple types of data structure. Right. Multiple types of data structure. Right. So if I have to write it here, so data structure is of, let's say, string. This is also called as sequential data type. Data type you already know, integer float. Already I had given you the bigger picture in the first or second class. Right. String, list, tuples, dictionaries, right? Sets, right? At least today we should target to complete string and list, right? Right, right. Let's target to this, complete this. Even if you don't complete list, at least till string, we should be able to do thing, right? Right. Because we will be moving slowly, we will not move fast, right? We'll understand 100% of the thing, but let's try to complete at least string, right? Because many of you are saying that, stop, done for today, right? Guys, this is not the way. You study. If you are really serious, right? So you have to be ready for at least 4 hours. That is the understanding. Any day you have to be ready for 4 hours. Sorry, but yeah. Okay, anyway, should we start, guys? Should we start? Right? Lucky says, sir, enough for today 3 hours. Kahinga 3 घंटा भाई? How 3 hours? How 3 hours? Class starts at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. First 20 minutes revision. Interview questions. 20 minutes wasted. Not wasted, it is useful, but not a part of the class. 5 minutes plus 5 minutes, 10 minutes of break. Right. 5 minutes extra if I come late. 15 minutes of break. Right. 5 minutes I do, or let's say 15 minutes at least, I do time pass in between. 15 minutes I do time pass also by cracking bad jokes. So 15, 30 plus now 20. 50 minutes wasted out of 3 hours. Right. 50 minutes wasted, guys. 50 minutes wasted. Right. So how can you say that it is 3 hours of class? No, it's not 3 hours of class. Okay, so data structure is a way of organizing and storing data so that it can be accessed, manipulated efficiently. Right. Right, right, right. People are saying please keep timing from 5. It won't be possible because there are some learners out of India as well, so they have to also manage. And anyway, the time schedule will be starting will be 6. It can go stretch to any time 9, 10, 11, but the starting will be at 5 only. Right. At a later stage, once we have covered a significant portion, then we will think about this. But in the start, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Right. 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 Praveen says Mace closes 10 p.m. That's why. Already I give break in between. Right. So you have to utilize this 5 minutes of break to get and grab some food and all those things. But again, today and tomorrow is like 4 hours. But generally, I will leave around 9:30. I will leave you around 9:30. So you can have 30 minutes of break. So not a problem. 30 minutes of will be enough for the maize food. But again, guys, if I will start dealing with these problems, then who will teach? Should I start now? Should we start, guys, quickly? Right? Yes, very good. So let's start, guys. Right. So we understand that what is a data structure, way of organizing and storing data in such a way that we can access the elements or access the data and do our manipulation whatever you want. This is the understanding of data structure. So we will start first with string. Right. What is a string? Right. 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 What is a string, guys? Quickly. What is a string? What is a string, guys, everyone? Right. What is a string? Right. Very good. Wali Basa. Very good, Basa. So what is a string? A string is nothing but it's a sequence of character. Right. What is a string? A string is a sequence of character. Right. Very good. A string is a sequence of character. or collection of character. Fine. Fine. But if you guys remember, I had told you something that strings or anything, computer machine only understands numbers. Do you guys remember this? Understands numbers. Do you understand this? Do you guys remember this? Machine only understands number. Right. Then how come you can write some string like this? String is equals to Ajay. How come? How come you can write this? Will machine understand this? Or how will machine understand this? This is the question. Right. Now this is the question, guys. What do you think? How will machine understand this? Right. How will machine understand this? Right. Right. So for this, actually, we have different ways. Right. So these characters, right? This string is a sequence of characters, and characters. So let's say characters are represented using numerical values. Right. So these characters are actually represented using numerical values. But how? Right? How? So there are multiple techniques. Right? There are multiple ways. Right? So we have ASCII, right? And we have Unicode. Now don't ask me what is the full form of ASCII. Right? Actually, I have no idea, I don't remember it. Right? I remembered few days back when I was recording the lecture, but I don't remember what is the full form of ASCII. Right? And you also don't need to remember. Right? Right? American Standard Code of Information Interchange. Right? You don't need to remember. Right? So what will happen now, guys? Corresponding to each of this alphabet, it will be tagged to a numerical value. That is the representation. That's it. Right. Do you guys remember? Have you ever thought why Python is a case sensitive? Why Python is a case sensitive? Have you ever thought? I had mentioned that Python is a case sensitive. Why Python is a case sensitive? Have you thought it? Why Python is a case sensitive? Why I said A is equals to Ajay is different from A is equals to Ajay? Do you guys remember this? I had discussed this. I had told you. But have you ever thought why both are different? Okay. I'll just write Bajay. Why both are different? Have you ever thought about it? Basically what happens, due to this way of naming the characters, right, ASCII and Python code, capital A has named it something else, small a has been named as something else. Right? It has been named something else. And that's why, that's the reason, right? That's the reason Python is a case sensitive. If this and this would have been named same, then that would not have been a problem. Right? But both are named same, differently. That's the problem. And that's why it is a case sensitive. Capital A and small a is not same, it is different. Now if you see the image, so here you will get a whole ASCII. See, 75 4B, something like that, KLMN, this is the thing, hexa, octa. See, if you guys remember, I had talked about the literals, how literals are stored. So I had given you this, I don't know how many of you remember, but I had talked about decimal, hexadecimal. Do you guys remember? Octa, character, right? So these all are images there. So maybe copy image. We'll put it here. Right. Right. Do you guys remember that I had talked about this in the literals? Right. 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 Something like that. I had talked about hexa, octa, representation. Right? Do you guys remember that? I don't know. I had talked about that. Kiran is saying I thought Python honors made like that. No, no. Python honors doesn't made like that because this is the reason. Right? This is the reason. Right? I also had talked about this, hexa representation, octa, but anyway, moving ahead. This is a big image. Okay, I will just remove one image. Okay. But yes, do you need to remember? The answer is no. You don't need to remember anything. But how the representation is, I will show you. So for example, we have some ASCII representation. ASCII representation. So let's say character is equals to A, right? So let's say character is A. So if you just write ordinal value of A. So let's say here ordinal value of character, then you will realize this is the number. So capital A actually is tagged to 65. Similarly, if you see B, right, see B, so this will be tagged to some other number, let's say B. So this has been tagged to 66. What about a small number? So let's say here A. So this will be tagged to 97. This is the understanding. I have a very interesting question here. I will show you. So no need to worry about that, but this is the understanding. Right? Vice versa also you can get it. So let's say just write character of 66. You will get the number. So this proves how the strings or character is stored in Python. Is it clear? Is it clear now? Right. Atanaska says length of character. I will come to Atanaska for that also. I will come to everything slowly. I will come to everything. Okay, today we will not cover list. We will cover string in a lot of detail. So you just need to have patience, guys. Okay. Everyone is happy? We will not cover list. Happy, guys? Right. Everyone is happy? Right. So let's move ahead. Right. So now, guys, this is the understanding. Very good. Right. This is the understanding. Now Unicode representation. I will show you Unicode representation as well. So let's say this slash U. Right. 0, 0, 3, A, 8. Let's see what it is. It is Trisul. Do you see, guys? This is psi. This is called as psi. This is called as psi. Right. See here. If you guys might have seen this particular thing in Schrodinger wave equation. Schrodinger wave equation. I don't know how many of you remember that. But in chemistry, this symbol was used multiple times. Schrodinger wave equation. Right. But again, so let's say here, maybe some other character. Maybe let's say A3. Right. A3. Right. A3. Let's say A3. See here. This is sigma. Right. You can have, let's say A9. You will get maybe omega. This is Ohm's law. Right. So all of these characters you can just see it. So you can have character of, let's say character of 976. Let's see. 976. So you don't need to remove beta. This is beta. So you don't need to remember this, guys. It is just that to make you understand this is how the data is stored, the character is stored in our Python. It is clear? Is it clear? Yes or no? So far so good? right? Very good. Now what is a string? So a string is number of character. So let's say A is equals to CareerCraft, right? Now if you just look at type of A, then here you will find this is a string, that is a string, right? But how a string can be defined? Is it that a string can be defined only this way, or there is another way also? Can we define a string another way also? Anyone? Can we use single quote here? The answer is yes, you can also use single quote. This will also be a string. Right. So this will also be a string. So now, when to use double quote? Let's say here we have something like this. I am a student. Generally you can write something like that. Now here if you see, this is a single quote, but here this is a sort of apostrophe M, right? So in this case it will throw an error, right? So in this type of situation you can use double quote. So I am a student. Now you will argue with me, sir, if there is double quote already in this, then what will happen in those cases? Right. So you can use triple quote here, right? Or let's say double quote here. Just do it. Something like that, right? But double quote is actually not there, so you can just use directly triple quote. So triple quote is there. Double quote cannot be used, so triple quote. See, this is again a string. This is the understanding. You can also use single quote, right? I am a student at CareerCraft. I study everything in detail, right? Assignments are good, let's say, right? So what will happen in this? See, again this is a string. But one thing you might have seen, this \n. What is the meaning of \n? I will come to that. We will look at this again, what is \n. But this is the understanding. This is the way, right? You can define a string, right? This is the way you can define a string. So now let's see some operations on a string. Right. The first operation on a string that we are going to look at is concatenation of a string. Right. Very easy, very important. Concatenation of a string means combining two strings. So for example, let's say career, and then we have plus craft. So this becomes CareerCraft. Both have been combined, right? Now this is not the only way to combine it. You can also combine something like this: career plus, let's say, this symbol, and then use plus craft. See, CareerCraft. Right. You can have n number of characters here. Whatever you want to combine, just have another plus. Do, let's say, Jinga, or let's say life, ulala. Do anything like this. Doesn't matter. See, whatever you add, you will be finding this here. Right. Now, let's say there is a string. Let's say career. This is a string. Now, can you have another operation? Yes. You can also have this asterisk operation. So let's say you do 5. What will happen? Career. career. So it will increase or it will multiply itself by 5 times. Right. So this is the understanding. Right. Can you do now something like this? India is equals to India. Can you compare this? India is equals to India. Can you do so? Everyone, what is the result? Please execute and say it. What is the result? Right. What is the result, guys? Quickly. If you are able to look at, if you are able to do this, right. So if you see here, true. Right. Okay, one question. Can we do Ajay divided by Ram? Can I do so? We already had multiplication operator that multiplied it. We had concatenation plus concatenated the thing. Can we have this division operator? Can we do so? Can we have something also minus? Right. Can I do like this? Ajay minus Ram. Can I do so? Right. Rishikesh string true, no Rishikesh. It will throw an error. So division, remainder, all of those things, and subtraction, let's say subtraction, right, will throw error. Right. See, it will throw an error. Right. What about greater than less than symbol? Will it work? Greater than less than symbol, guys. So let's say if you have something like this, Ajay and let's say greater than Kumar. What will be the result, guys? What do you think? Right. Sajil says yes sir, work. Very good, Sajil. Many of the people are saying no. Think it, guys, think it. Will it work? Right. Think it. Right. Just execute. False. Right. But what if I just change the alphabet here, small k? In this case, again it is false. But why it is so? Why it is giving you false? Have you ever thought about this? Why it is false? Right? Why it is false, guys? Quickly. Om said true. Why Om you said true? I don't know. But let's say why it is false. Anyone? Sajil says alphabets are less. Boolean. Comparing the ASCII codes. Very good, Naglata. So it is actually comparing the ASCII codes. So it compares, right? It compares lexicographically, right? Graphically, right? So what happens? So you compare lexicographically means you compare letter first, A and K, right? Now if you see what is the ordinal value of A, right? So ordinal value of A, right? Oh, sorry, I have to put it here, string, right? 65 and ordinal value of K. What is this? 75. So now answer me, which one is greater, 75 or not? Right? 75 is greater. So 75 is greater, right? That's why you see here false. Right? If you just change it, right, something like this, right, it will give you true. Why? Because here ordinal values are being compared. Right? Got it? Yes or no? You can just experiment this. How you can experiment? I will just copy this and just write here small a. Check it. See here, it is false. Why? Because generally the ASCII value of small a is more. Yeah, why I'm forgetting to put this in string? See, 97. Got it, guys, everyone? Yes, one. Yes, everyone? Right. And search is the ASCII value. ASCII value. Is it clear so far? Everyone got it? Should I move ahead now? Quickly, yes or no? Right? Right. Should I move ahead? Everyone? Yes or no? Okay, so let's see it, guys, now. Right. Oh, right. So now this is going to be more fun. Okay. This is going to be more fun. So let's say you have understood the string. So let's say A is equals to Ajay. Right. This is a string. So let's say, assuming that this is stored in the data, and how it is stored, let's say in the RAM, exact way how it is stored, I will talk about that. So no need to worry about that. So let's say A is there, here let's say J is there, right? And let's say here A is there, and this is your Y is there. So this is a memory block in a RAM or processor, whatever you want to say. So now this is represented by small a, and this index, this will be indexed as 0. So A0 is A, A1 is J, A2 is A, and A3 is Y. This is called as positive index. This is the first thing. Now, since it is moving from left to right, this is a positive index. But the same thing can be written as -1, -2, -3, and -4. Right. Why are we going to know this? Why are we trying to know this? There is a reason behind this. I will be discussing this in detail. Right. Because these indexes will help you in accessing the element. How? I will talk about this. But first of all, is it clear? This is the positive index, this is the negative index. Yes or no, quickly? Right? Right? Guys, are you tired really? Should I leave you? Because many of you are not replying now. Even my chat is now for everyone. Are you guys tired or something? Should I leave it here itself? We will talk about string if you want tomorrow, if you want to learn. Sajil says मजा आ रहा है. Lucky says very tired but completed string today. Okay, so let's complete this. Very good. Sajil is also saying very good. So let's see it. Now here if you see 0, 1, 2, 3 and -4, -3, -2, -1. Right. So now let's try to understand this. Right. How to access this A? So you can access this A something like this. A 0. So the moment you write 0, you will be able to access this like this. So easy. Right. So this is called as index access of the element. Index access of element. Right. Index access of element. Very simple. So I will just write it here. A, J, A, and Y. Now this is your 0th, 1, 2, 3. This is for reference. -1, -2, -3, -4. This is for reference. Now start playing with this. So now you want to access J. How can you access J? Very simple. A, 1. So if you do 1, then you will be able to access J, right? Now again, let's say you want to access using negative indexes. So what you can do? -3, you will be again able to access the J. So both way, positive indexing 0, 1, 2, 3, negative indexing -1, -2, -3, -4, both way you will be able to access the element, right? Clear? Yes or no? Is it clear? Right. Is it clear, everyone? Quickly. Right. Now, very good. Now this was accessing one element. If you want to access more than one element once, then you call it as slicing. Slice. So whenever you access more than one element, then that is called as slicing. Right. Again, let's say A is there, Ajay. Now you want to access the element from starting 0th index to end. Then you will write colon 0 to end. See here, Ajay. But if you want to access the element from starting from first index, so 1 to end, see, you will get only J, because from 1 to end, right? So 1 to end, you will get J. This is the understanding. This is called as slicing. Now let's take a bigger example. Let's say S is equals to, right. CareerCraft teaches in depth, right? Let's say this is the promotion I am doing. Let's say now here, let's say this is your string, S is your string. Now you want to actually access the element, right? You want to access the element, let's say you want to access the element from maybe, let's say, third element. What you can do? 0, 1, 2. So 2 indexes till end. See, CareerCraft in depth. This is the understanding. Right. Now guys, same thing. Can you access anything from the last? Yes. Just do -1 and try to do this. You will get Y. Sorry, why I don't know. So let's say S. You will get H. So this is thing that you are getting H. But if you want to access all the elements, in that case what you have to do? You have to write this column, this side, and -1. See, from -1 till end, right? In case of here, this will be exclusive, right? And rest everything will be there. So if you have to read it, you have to read it something like this. Start from starting, right? And go to -1. That is the understanding. Now let's say if you want to have some elements from between, how can you do that? Let's say S from third index, that will be the fourth element, to 8th index, that will be 8 - 1, 7th element. So you will get like this. See, this is between. How to understand this? This will be your 0th index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, 4 index, 5 index, 6 index, 7 index, 8 index, 9 index, 10 index, 11 blank space, 12, 13, 14, and so on. Now third index. What is the third index? So this is your third index. Third index is E. So you put it here E. You got E. After that 8. Right. 8 - 1. That is 7. What is the 7th index? 7 index is this. This is your 7th index. And that's why you see CR. So here I will just write it so that you never get confused 3 is inclusive, and 8 is exclusive. That's the understanding. Is it clear, everyone? Did you understood the slicing? We are, guys, understanding in every depth, right? So please make sure you guys understand everything. Clear? Yes or no? Right? Yes or no? Right. Now let's say you want all the element of this but except last 5 character. What you can do? Just write something like this. All the things I want but except, let's say, 5. So this minus 5. So start to minus 5th index. Something like that. So start to minus 5th index. Right. This is the understanding. See? Right. If you want only last 5 character, what you can do? Very easy. Minus 5. Minus 5th index to the last. This is the understanding. Always remember, while slicing, your reference should be from left to right. That's it. Right. That's it. So I can just write it again. In slicing, the index reference should be always from left to right. Irrespective it is a left to right. Irrespective it is a positive index or negative index. Irrespective to positive or negative index. Irrespective of that. Doesn't matter. Right. That's the understanding. Kiran says CareerCraft teaches in depth. It's not a promotion, it's a damn true. Thanks. Now guys, moving ahead. One thing that will be asked in the interview, right? But very, very important. Right? This is generally asked in the interview. So let's say this is your string. Can you reverse this string? That is the question. Right. We can reverse the string. But to understand the reversal of a string, I will now talk about the theoretical thing. So whenever you write something like this, right, S, and you write colon, right. So whatever you write here, this is your actually start index, this is your end minus 1 index, and here there is a third parameter, that is step, that I didn't have taught. So this is the complete syntax of slicing. This is the understanding. Start, this will be exclusive, and minus 1, and then this is your step. Now how it works? See it, let's say this is your S. Very good. So start index. So you will start everything. Right. Go to everything. But skip 1 character in between. First of all, I will not skip. I will just print as it is. Just write 1. It will print everything. By default, 1 is the step. By default, 1 is the step. 1 is the step. It is by default. Right. Now let's say S. Now this. Now write minus 2. What will happen? Sorry, minus 2 I am writing. I will come to this minus 2, but let's say minus, not minus, let's say 2. So what will happen? See here. One element in middle has been skipped. C is there, A is gone. R is there, E is gone. Another E is there, R is gone. Right? C is there, again R is gone. Something like that. So elements has been skipped. Right? So here in this case, if you write 2, so every second element you will get. This is the understanding, right? So here I can just write every second element you get. You can just have also, let's say 4, 5. So let's say here I can just write 3, every third element you want. See, every third element you can get, right? Now moving ahead, guys, we understood this, very good, fine, we understood this in detail, right? We understood this in detail, right? Now can we have reversed, every element reversed, right? This, so yes, you can do. So you can just do, right, I want everything but from negative side, that's it. See, H first, so H is there, now here it is H, here we have T, now we have T, right? We have P, now here we have P. So everything from the reverse side. How to understand this? Right, everything from the negative side. This is all you need to understand. This is you need to understand. That's it. Right. That's it. Right. Got it, everyone? So far so good. So far so good. Guys, now I will just take a pause because we have covered a lot of things. Now I am also now tired. My plan was to at least cover strings, but again there is a lot of things still left in strings. So no need to worry about that. We are not going to leave anything. We will be slow, but in terms of depth, we are not going to compromise. Okay? Right. So now, guys, it's doubt time. If you have any doubts, if you have any questions, you guys can ask. Right. Rest. You also have now a form available on the dashboard. You can just check it out. Right. Right. You can check it out on the dashboard. Right. Right. You can fill the form if you have any doubts. Anyone has any questions, guys? Please go ahead. Okay. If there is no any questions, then I will end the session today. Right. Right. Atanaska says, did we cover all topics from Python basics? Yes. If you see the last 2 lectures, the Python basics, we have covered a lot of things, but a lot of things is still left. Data structure and all of those things is still left. We are going to look at those things in the next class. Oh guys, I forgot. Interview questions. I forgot. This is very important. How can I forget this? Interview questions and extra mile. Interview questions. Right. Sri Hari says this session will be available. Yes, that will be available in dashboard. You can also watch this session from YouTube live session also, wherever you feel, wherever you are comfortable. So I am taking this YouTube live because there are 2 reasons. First, I want my dashboard to be idiot proof, right? Everyone can just log in and check all the things, and few of the new learners, they get comfortable with the dashboard. They should not actually face any issue with learning. That's why YouTube live. Right. So what are the interview questions? First, how strings are stored? Right. Now don't answer me in a form of number. No. I am talking in terms of memory block. how strings are stored. So you have to think it, right? This is the first thing. What are data structures? What are data structures? Right. Explain use case of loops, at least 3 use case. What is difference between break and continue? Break and continue statement. Very important with respect to interview. Right? Very, very important. Right. Next, what is difference between for and while loop? Right. And finally, extra mile, which is not required now. Extra mile. Right. 2 extra mile. First, what is use of pass statement? Pass statement. How actually it is different from continue? How it is different from continue? From continue. This you have to look at it. Solve as many star pattern you can. As many star pattern questions as you can. Right. Right. See, I cannot force you. Right. Minimal is 2-3 that I will be giving you an assignment. But solve as many star pattern questions you can. This will help you to build the logic. Right. Right. This will help you build the logic. Okay, Adeline asks the question, what is the meaning of this and this? Okay, so Adeline is asking about this question. So what is the difference between is not equals to? So 2 is not equals to 2. So this is called as not equals to. Not equals to. Not equals to. Not equals to. Right. So is it not equals to? The answer is false. So it will give you false. Right. Right. 3 is not equals to. 3 is not equals to. Is not equals to 2. This is true because it is actually not equals to. Now comes interesting thing. Let's say A is equals to 3 and you multiply by A multiply by 3 and store this A is equals to like this and then A. So what will happen? So let's not take 3. Let's say 5. So what will happen? A multiplied by 5, right? Then what will happen? So it will give you value 15. This is the value. This will give you 15, right? But these 2 steps you want in one go. How can you do that? Right, right. If you want to, do this in a very shorthand manner, how can you do this? Same thing. Let's say here now A value is 15. You multiply it by 2, it becomes 30. So how will you multiply? Either you do this way, A multiplied by 2 and assign back to this like this, or you do same thing like this. Very simple. A multiplied equals to. So if you do now, see here, directly it is 30. How it is working? It is working in a very easy way. How? I will show you. So first, whenever you write like this, A multiplied equals to 2. So let's say A value was 15. So Python executes from left to right. So what will happen first? A 15 will be multiplied by 2. Right. So it will be multiplied by 2. Then once it is multiplied, then it will assigned back to this. So this will become 30. So 15 to the 30 and it is assigned back. Did you understood, Adeline? Yes or no? Quickly, Adeline. Anyone has any questions to ask? Okay guys, so that would be all for this lecture. I will update the dashboard with this notebook and notes. No need to worry about that. Enjoy, happy weekend, and let's meet tomorrow at the same time, right? And let's see. And again, tomorrow is again going to be very interesting, because again we are going to study everything in depth, and I have a lot of new things in list. So let's discuss that. Thank you everyone. Bye bye. Adeline says, sir, you are rushing. What I am rushing, Adeline? Please say it. What topic do you think that I am rushing? Please go ahead, Adeline. What is the doubt? Why do you think I am rushing? Which topic you didn't understood? Adeline says, in every topic, everything is fast. Adeline, whenever I teach, just say it, pause. Right. In my class, there is a rule. Whenever you don't understand things, right. Just say pause. Okay, Adeline? Always say, I am not understanding thing. So whenever I was teaching, after every topic, I used to just stop and ask you, everyone, that, have you guys understood? Have you guys understood? Something like that. I usually ask in every interval, right? So whenever I ask, just say that, right? Yes, this is the doubt. If you keep silent, then no one is going to help you out. Okay? Right. You have to speak up for your own benefit. You have to say that, okay, this is, I haven't understood this. Can you please repeat? And many learners who didn't understood anything, they asked it, right? They were asking, right? But anyway, I didn't asking, I am worried about indentation. See, indentation is very easy. If 3 greater than 5, right? 3 greater than 5. So this is the thing, right? Indentation, you don't need to do anything. This will come with the practice, right? This will come with the practice. So you just hit enter, then you will realize that this is indented. You don't need to do it manually. Just hit enter. See, automatically it will be indented. Again, I will show you. Hit enter. It will automatically be indented. Right. Now let's say somehow you were not getting indentation. Just hit tab. Hit tab. One tab is 4 space bar key. Hit tab. Right. If 3 is greater than 5, hit enter. You will get indentation. Right. See again. Hit enter. You will get an indentation. Hit enter. You will get an indentation. Right. Right, Adeline? Any question? Go ahead and ask. Adeline, are you there? Right. Adeline says, yes sir, it will take time to screenshot and send. I didn't understood, Adeline. what are you saying? I didn't understood. But anyway, you have a doubt resolution form as well on the dashboard. You can fill the form also. You can ask me again. So no need to worry about that. You can revisit things, right? You can even copy paste the code here if you want, but don't worry about that. Indentation will come with practice. No one understands indentation in one day. It will come with practice. Right. Okay guys, so that would be all. Adeline, if you have any further doubts, you can just on the dashboard you will get a form. You can upload the query and I will look into it. No need to worry about that. I am there for every learner, so you don't need to worry. Adeline, you don't need to worry. Don't worry. Okay. So thank you everyone. Let's meet in tomorrow's class. Right.